Chapter 4, Case Study 1. Here we have beam with two vertical forces are applied to the beam of the cross-section shown. Determine the maximum tensile and compressive stresses in portion BC of the beam. So in this question, we are asked to find the maximum stress, which is maximum tensile and maximum compressive stress acting on the beam. To calculate stress because of bending, we need formula mc over I, where m is moment, c is distance, and I is moment of inertia. If the stress is negative, it is in compression, while if the stress is positive, it's in tension. The general formula of moment inertia is 1 over 12 times B times H cubed, where B is base and H is height. In this case, we will use this formula instead, and AD square will be explained later. This moment of inertia is affected by the location of neutral axis. Therefore, we will need formula for locating the neutral axis. This also will be more explained later. Here's the strategy. First, we need to calculate the moment M acting on the beam. Then, we need to locate the neutral axis. From that, we could calculate moment of inertia. After we know all of that variable, we could calculate the stress. Now, let's take a look on the beam. Because there is two force acting on the top of beam, it creating a moment couple like this, and this will make the beam experiencing a bending in this direction, creating smile shape. Next, we could draw the free body diagram. As shown in the picture, there is a reaction force in X and Y axis at A from the pin, and reaction force in Y axis at D from the roller. Assuming the beam is in equilibrium, then we could find the reaction force for both X and Y axis. Next, we will calculate the moment. In this problem, we are asked to focus on the portion BC. How to obtain moment at this location? To understand this, first, we will take a look at any particular location between A and B. If we cut between A and B, we only have AY acting on the beam. To make it equilibrium, there should be a force act in opposite direction of AY. Therefore, there will be force that we call V. This V will be explained more in the next chapter. Because there is a distance between the cut and AY, which is X, it creating a moment in this direction. Since the moment cannot act alone, there should be a couple moment in the opposite direction. We call it internal bending moment, or M. And we could get the value of moment from this. Using sigma moment at y equal to 0, we could get the value of V is equal to AY, which is 100 kilonewton. Now, we could using sigma moment equal to 0. We could choose to calculate either from point A or from the cut. Here, we using sigma moment at A. Since AY is aligned with point A, there is no effect of moment from AY. And M is positive because it's counterclockwise, minus V times the distance X because it's clockwise. Then we get the moment is Vx or 100x kilonewton meter. Here we still have an unknown which is x. So to get the value of moment, we could cut more further. Now we cut at particular location between B and C, and we will have this section. Don't forget the reaction force and moment. Using sigma force at Y, we get the V in this section is 0. Then using sigma moment A equal to 0, this is minus because it creating moment in clockwise direction. Vx, because the V is 0, then we could neglect it and we could get this equation, and then we could get the value of moment. Next, we will calculate the neutral axis. Since the shape of cross-section is not symmetric, the effect of load in beam is not symmetric also. Hence, we cannot say that the neutral axis is exactly at the middle of beam. This neutral axis is important because it's affecting the moment of inertia. We know that the formula for neutral axis is this. Then what is the meaning of each variable in there? Let's find it one by one. To calculate the neutral axis, first, we divide the cross-section into several new sections with simple shape, and we could have 3 rectangular sections as shown. Then we calculate area of each section, and this is the A. Then we need to calculate distance from outer surface to the centroid of each section. Here, we set the distance is from the below surface as the reference. We call this distance y-0. After that, we multiply the area with y-0, then sum the area of each section and sum the multiplication between area and y-0. Then we could use this value to the neutral axis formula. Then By dividing the result of both summation, we will have the position of the neutral axis. This position is based from the reference that we set before, which is from the below surface. Next, since we know the distance of neutral axis from below surface, which is 119.4 mm, then we could find the distance from upper surface, which is 80.6 mm. Then we know that the distance from neutral axis to the outer surface is c. Then this distance is our c that we will use in calculation of stress. Then we could find the moment of inertia of cross-section. We will use parallel axis theorem. Why? Because the centroid of each section of the cross-section, none of it is aligned with the neutral axis. So there is a distance between it. That's why we have to add AD square in the general formula of moment inertia, where A is area and D is the distance from neutral axis to the centroid of each section. From the left picture, we know the dimension of each section and the distance from below surface to each centroid of the section like we did before. Then from the right picture, we know the distance from neutral axis to each centroid or D. Then using parallel axis theorem formula, we could find I for each section. Then summarize it and we have moment of inertia for the whole cross sections. Next, here we already know the moment, we know the C, and we know the I. Then we could calculate the maximum compressive and tension stress. Remember from this picture that the beam is bent in that direction. Therefore, the upper part is in compression and the below part is in tension. For stress in compression, since it's in compression, then the value should be minus. Then for stress in tension, because it is in tension, then the value should be positive. And then we could get the answer.